Morning world, welcome to Thursday the 9th of April. Where is this year going? Right, not loads to do today, but hopefully enough to keep you interested for half an hour, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Patience. Anyway, good way. Thank you. So I'm just touching their backbones just to see how much meat they got on their backs, and none of them are very fat. The problem is, if I overfeed them, they'll tend to put the energy into the lamb rather than themselves right now. You end up with a massive lamb which you can't get out. But you have to keep enough condition on the ewe that she's strong enough to deliver the lamb and then produce enough milk afterwards. So just occasionally I'll put my hand over their backs just to see what they're like. The one that we treated for calcium deficiency before is the thinnest, so I will have to keep an eye on her. And what I have done in the past is just now and again I'll actually stick her in that pen and sort of middle of the day and give her a little bit extra, but they're all bagging up. I've only got the 4 left to do now, so they're all bagging up, getting pretty close. I'm really looking forward to having lambing 2020 finished. But yeah, everybody's bagged up, everybody's full of milk. So that's them done. We'll go up and look at the lambs. We're going to have to move them again today. We put them out in the paddock behind the house for a couple of days, partially because it's their first nights out and my wife's office window overlooks that paddock. It's really easy for me to keep an eye on them, but it is now getting short of grass. There's not much grass out on the golf course. It's been a couple of days now since we put the fertilizer down the bottom. I would like to have had a shower of rain to wash that in before I put the sheep out there. I don't really want sheep eating granules of fertilizer, which is why another reason we put them out there. But I got a choice to make. I either move the sheep back down there, or I'm going to have to put a bale up here. I could let them in my garden, but they'll destroy it. Right, prepare to be attacked. I've been spotted. I'm not giving you a bottle now. No. Get off. Get out of it. It won't be long before one of these actually knocks me over. I've read the comments for those of you who are waiting for me to be knocked flat on my face. Or was it arse? Yes, knocked. Bugger off! Knocked on my arse. Actually, there's more grass out here than I thought there was. Maybe we can do another day out here. Oh, bit of bad news, I'm afraid to tell you. Day before yesterday, I came down to let the birds out, and get off! One of the turkeys didn't look very well, And I couldn't find you the turkey, and there was a good reason for that. He was really, I'm going to stumble me back to the fence. Gunther, I'm afraid, is no longer with us. God, get down. The fox got into our poultry pen and has killed one of our turkeys. No, get down. No, down. So this is the problem with these pet lambs. They're so cute and they're so lovely, but right now they weigh half a dozen bags of sugar. You wait till it gets to nearly that size and wants to do this. And it is a thing, as we've got walkers walking up down for it, and you get somebody carrying a bag or something, and this lot, when it weighs, you know, 20-30 kilos and is jumping up on somebody, especially if you've got somebody with small kids, then this becomes a complete liability for the farm. So okay, it's cute and lovely now, but I can't encourage it. And anybody who's ever had pet lambs will know what an absolute nightmare and liability they are. So because, you know, behavior like this on a little lamb, you can kind of say, oh, lovely, but on a big one, no. And the thing is, the bigger they get, the more demanding they get. Oh, that was right in the nads. Oh. The bigger they get, the more demanding they get, and they become, oh, that really hurt, and they become bullies, and they will actually knock you over for it. So now I am really trying hard to wean them off the milk completely. And he's got his right up my shorts. Do you mind? Bloody sheep. Reminds me why I ate sheep. Anyway, so actually this is quite good news for me. I actually thought the sheep would have stripped all this grass off and they would have, it was bare, but there's another day out here. So it's another day of dew, which will help dissolve the 2010 down the bottom there. Because like I say, I don't want sheep eating grass that has just been fertilised. I don't want them picking up the grains. I'm sorry about the legs, by the way, all right? It is the first time, no, they were out yesterday, but you know, it is fresh exposure, and I have got farmer legs. They're kind of white, like most of me. All right, so I suppose push come to shove, I could also, if you don't get rain, I could put some lecky fence across there and give them a bit more of that. Options. Well, I haven't got to think about that right now. I can go and have my breakfast while I think about it, and also consider what I'm going to do about that fox. I have a rule here: Mr. Fox is free to come and go as he pleases, and I will not molest him. But the minute he takes my birds, especially in the pen, I mean, cheeky bugger, in the pen. I won't show you what remains of the turkey because you don't need to see it, but let's just say he's made a mess of him. That, I think Mr. Fox is going to have to go soon. Right, sheep are all right, they got plenty of grub. You little devil! I've got a scatty heifer calf. Every time I come down, she starts running around, which is a worry, because if they get scatty at this age, if we don't tame it out of them, they end up being a scatty cow. So if she carries on like that, I might have to put a halter on her and actually not forcibly tame her, but get her used to being handled. Oh, you know, she's a bit curious. But I don't like scatty cattle, so a day spent on them when they're that age can save an awful lot of time later on, stop them becoming unsafe. Right, so I'm going to give you guys a bail, which means you're going to have to go in there. Go on. Come on. Up you get. Go on. Go. That's it. Good girls. Go on. Keep going. Keep going. That's it. No, get your head going. Inside. Go on. There is a little patch of sweet mould on there, but don't smell bad. Oh, they weren't starving. So, judging by the behaviour of Bramble, it looks like I've got another heifer coming into bulling. So, more midnight singing and serenading. Joy. So this lot really want to go outside. We're gonna have to look at that horn as well, aren't we? So we got TB test coming soon. Now I wanted to do we didn't do our castration and dehorning on our first TB test. We decided that no, we would leave it. Turns out that was probably a bad decision, because now with the CV19 coronavirus, vets are doing essential work, which includes TB testing, but they're not doing non-essential. And apparently dehorning and castration is classed as non-essential. But in saying that, if that horn is going to start growing in and impacting on her skull, I'm going to call that essential for the welfare of the beast. So I don't think it's bothering her yet. I don't think it's actually touching yet, but it's definitely getting nearer. So, and as it is, it's a heifer. It's not like it's a steer and I could just kill it and have done with it. It's a heifer. So, yeah, an issue. You're not going in there, mate. It's not happening. All the ladies in there, and there are a few, are his daughters. Horrid old bugger. Well, if we get a clear test, he can go. He can go back to his owner, and then we'll have a bit more freedom. Because right now, it's difficult for me to let anything out, so I'd have to keep him in. And if I'm keeping him in, I'd probably need to keep a couple of them in to keep him company. And there'll be bellowing and moaning, and why are they out there, and why am I shut in here? All for an inconclusive TB test that turned out they didn't have TB anyway. This is rules and regulations that tie us up in knots. Right, that's pretty much empty, which is why I'll give them a fresh one. There you go. That gives them something to do. That's basically just a bucket of minerals and vitamins set in molasses. So it's nice and sweet, they like it, and they'll just nibble at that all day. Only downside of it is, for the older sheep, they got a few loose teeth. They can end up with no teeth. Especially the pigs. They really like it. Those buckets can actually lose teeth. That better? Okay? That better? Yeah. Right, well, you lot have got enough for most of today. They can have a fresh build tonight. Come on up. I think it's going to be a cup of tea time now. I do like my cups of tea. And then it's going to be over to Tether Farm to see if they start digging holes for the post yet.
Hot.
What?
Hot.
It is hot. It's 26 degrees.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll have to keep it on her as well. So she won't be able to stay in the van when we get there. So, ah, these glasses are hot. Look at that. Oh, getting burnt and dog breath at the same time.
Ooh.
I know she's just had her food, but I think she's also had something else to eat.
Oh yeah.
Something that rhymes with grit.
Oh dear.
Right, so Holly and I are going over to the barn site to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And before anybody said anything, Holly lives in the same house as us.
Yeah.
She lives at home,
Yeah.
has to drive to work. So it's not a visiting friend or that. She's part of the family. And I'm going over there anyway. She might as well join me and have a look and see what the progress is doing.
It's my exercise for the day.
Your exercise?
Yeah, it's out in the car.
Right, okay.
How where it is.
So yes, we're off to Itchy Bum.
Itchy bum.
We're in the shade now, Biscuit, so you can stop panting right in my face. Okay? No, it's a bit what's name it is?
Pungent.
Pungent. You got lippy on?
No, I got. How's you gonna?
You've got lippy on, haven't you?
I got this.
Oh, okay.
It's not lippy. It smells very strong of cherry.
Is it? It's very colourful, not lippy. Oh, it's breathing on me. Why do you look that way?
Because dog likes me. You put stuff on her.
I put stuff on. Yeah, she's got anti-flea what's name on her. So.
Oh, dear.
Flea and tick and what's it, so it should be dry now. But, okay. Right, so I just had a chat with the digger driver, and we've got about 15 ton of stone left, so brilliant. We've got enough just to build the ramp into the shed and finish off. So all seems to be going rather swimmingly, so swimmingly, it's going swimmingly. Yes, we're not draining, so I'm going to put the drone up now and we'll have a look at it from above. Right for the drone.
Dad, I'm the king of the castle. You're the dirty
No, I'm the
man.
king of the castle, you're the dirty man.
Uh-huh. Are you gonna get the stick? Go get sick.
I should have sucked it in, shouldn't I?
As good as I think.
Run that again. What do you think of the job in Halls? Can you feel the excitement of the barn?
It's just
Exciting.
overwhelming. I can't help it.
You didn't take your sincerity course, did you?
Nope, I
No.
left it alone. Sorry.
No. These girls who just don't get it, do they? How exciting this is. No, you don't get it. Does that not over there? Does that not float your boat?
Yeah. Every time.
Wasted. So was that interesting?
Very
To
interesting.
come over and look at the
Yeah.
new site of the new barn.
Yes. So, like I said,
Could you be a bit more enthusiastic?
it was so good. Like, oh my mind is just blown. I just can't cope.
Okay, don't over egg it.
Well, I don't know. You get one or the other, Dad.
Well, it's got a happy medium.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. So let me just get. So we're building a barn
Yes.
that we can put stuff in.
Yes. I know that.
Okay. That's exciting. That
And
is.
it's very exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah, I know it's exciting for you. So
That will be the.
you're excited.
That will be the first new barn on the farm.
Just a bit up the road.
Well, for 50 years.
The first time in I don't know how many years I've actually got Easter Sunday off.
We've got Easter Sunday off.
I got Easter
And what are you
Sunday
going to do with Easter Sunday?
Well, it's not what we can do, but I was planning on
Should we do some Easter baking?
doing some Easter baking.
What do you want to bake for Easter?
I've got too many recipes going through my head right now.
Chocolate
darling.
eclairs.
You want your chocolate eclairs?
I like chocolate eclairs.
I know you do.
Do you need stuff for your ganache?
You need
Ganache.
chocolate.
Hey?
Well, you're gonna need chocolate and green.
Buy some then. I'll give you the money, you can buy it.
Just because I'm a key worker, like, oh,
I'm a key worker too.
yes, you can go in it sometimes.
Hey?
No, you can't. You're not. Okay.
I know what?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know, do you?
I don't know.
You just don't know.
I
Don't know.
don't know.
I know. I want to ask because you don't know.
I could just buy online.
And it would be pointless asking.
Yes. buy
You're
online.
better off asking somebody who does know.
I'll just get Mum to put cream on her chocolate nest and I'll just buy chocolate online. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to get it in time for Sunday.
Oh, you have to go to Tesco's then. Or,
I ain't queuing.
well, I want my blimey eclairs.
I want it. I actually may have some chocolate, but it's just not dark
You just said
chocolate.
you didn't have it. I don't want that light chocolate stuff. I definitely don't want any of that bloody milk chocolate. That's naff, that is.
Well, I used all my other chocolate on the brownies. So you didn't get any.
You
Well,
used-
no, you didn't like the brownies because
They were a bit too chocolatey for me. Yeah. I like chocolate, but I don't.
That was dark chocolate. That's the dark chocolate for you.
Hey?
The dark chocolate was rich.
It was very rich.
Yeah.
It was richer than rich. It was richest.
Because it wasn't exactly expensive.
It was cheap stuff, was it? I don't want cheap stuff. I want nice stuff.
And you're gonna have to wait until I get a delivery to have nice stuff. Because guess what, Dad?
What?
It's a birthday next week.
Whose birthday's next week?
Our birthday next
Is it
week.
your birthday next week?
Our birthday next week.
Was it 12?
I wish.
You wish?
I don't like
Liar.
this adulting stuff.
You don't know nothing yet.
Exactly.
At the moment, how many responsibilities other than work do you have? You have 2 responsibilities. Go to work and pay a bit of keep. That's it. Run your car.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. You know nothing yet.
I know.
Nothing. You wait till you got the gas, electric, water, TV licence, and other bills I can't think of right now, poll tax and stuff like that, and tax for this and the tax for that, rent, mortgage,
insurance, and all of a sudden you're going to go, I've got no money.
So you put it in with someone.
Where did it all go? I've got a good idea.
Bills.
No, like Samantha did. Move back to parents.
Oh dear. I know if it's Samantha, I do earn a little bit more than her than she was.
Yeah, but she's a nurse, which means she doesn't. Well, she's works for the NHS. She's not a nurse. She's an OT, physiotherapist, assistant thingy, which means she doesn't get paid very well at all.
Head chef.
So, yeah.
Still don't know how I got that job.
Nor do I. They must have been desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not regretting it yet.
You're not regretting it
No,
yet?
they're not regretting it because I have
Done stuff.
done stuff.
Yes. You haven't killed anybody. Not poisoned anybody.
No, I have not.
They've all died of natural causes.
Passed. I hate the word die.
Die?
Passed away.
We're all born to die.
I know. But
Yeah.
I still don't like when you're talking about someone who's passed away. I don't like the word die.
Die.
It's very depressing and
Dead.
like passed away. That
Deceased.
means they've passed on to wherever it's they pass on to.
Dirt. Worm food. Smoke.
I don't like it because it's just.
Oh,
It's just
it is what it is.
it is, but I prefer the term passed away.
Passed away.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say dead every time.
You are.
The most irritating individual you know. Almost.
No, you are my dad.
Yeah. Which gives me
You
a
just
license.
insulted yourself.
Which gives,
You
me,
just-
which gives me a license to be the most irritating person that you know. A free pass. See? Like this. Even get physical abuse, you see. So, do you remember we put the child line sticker on the phone for you? You were kids. You just go, oh, you're gonna ring child line, blah blah blah, and we put the sticker on the phone for you. There it is. Buddy, look, I'll take you away.
I never said that.
They'll take you
That
away,
was
won't bring you
Sam
back.
and Emma.
Yeah.
I think Abby started to join in and then realised
Yeah.
it was a bad idea, but I don't think I ever did that.
I know, but it was funny.
It was funny
It
because
was
you was
funny.
just that moment.
I'm gonna ring child line. There's the number. Put it, stuck it on the phone for you.
When you go, we're not supposed to do that.
No.
Supposed to take it as a threat.
Yeah. No, it's not a threat. It's a promise. Please, please. There you go. Do you want me to dial it for you, just in case you get it wrong? Hello. I'd like to make a complaint about what? About me. I've been abusing my kids. Well, not like that, you know.
What have you done? I made them do their chores.
Yes. Made them shower. I made them clean their shoes and do their homework.
I can still remember the day when you told me to clean my work and my school shoes,
Well, you should keep your school shoes clean.
and you said to use elbow grease.
Yes.
And me being very small and never hearing that term before, walked into the house going, Mum, where's the elbow grease? Dad told me to use it. Where is it? And there's Mum just crying with laughter because well then again, it doesn't beat the thing I did today.
That's no more than me at primary school when Mrs. Hill told me to pull my socks up. And then she smacked me with a ruler when I bent down and pulled my socks up. Because I thought she meant it. Yeah, I remember that. Mrs. Hill, I was only in second year of primary school. Mr. Pullin, pull your socks up, young man. So I bent down and pulled my socks. She hit me with a ruler.
You've got to be more specific, okay?
I was just doing as I was told. She thought I was being facetious. At that age, I didn't even know what facetious. I don't think I could even say it. I didn't know what it meant. Facetious.
I struggle with many words now.
I knew what cheeky little shit was, but I didn't know what facetious was.
Oh dear.
Ow! Don't do that. That was mean.
Oh, come on. Dad, I got a bruise. Oh, where? There, yeah. Ah!
Okay, I'll grant you that. Okay, I just didn't know what you were doing.
I know, but the urge to poke him was so strong.
I got twatted by a branch yesterday when I took Mrs. P over to look at the build site. And we got through a hedge and I held a branch back for her so she didn't get hit by it. and ended up hitting myself. So I just took a bit of bark off up here, which somebody just poked.
What can I say? It's like a big red
What can you say? It's probably a ha-ha, that was you. Yes, or a hee-hee. So, chocolate eclairs. I don't want you to forget now.
I have to ask Mum very nicely if you can order the stuff via Tesco's.
Well, we're probably going to Tesco's or something. Aldi or...
Well, then
Where?
you can get it.
Well, what do you want? Cocoa powder. What?
You do it. No, we need plain flour, which I have. I'll need a block of butter, unsalted, preferably, but block of butter either way. I will need water from the tap.
I don't know if you got any of that. Yeah, I don't think that came in today's shopping.
I need 2 things of cream.
Who what?
2 things of cream.
2 things of cream.
Yes.
What's
one
that?
to do the ganache.
Ganache?
And one to do the filling.
What sort of cream?
Just double cream that I can whip.
Okay.
And then 'cause you don't like anything else in yours.
No, I think I do it properly. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like the nasty
And
cheese?
then.
Right.
And that'll be it.
We're home now. You
Okay.
can get out now.
Rude person! Just rude! Yeah.
Don't poke my thing. Don't.
Put your belly.